judge today. I've got a timer here, and I'm going to set it for 1 minute and 30 seconds. And when you hear it beeping, try to make that your last sentence or so. And here's the setup. And we'll go in the order of Boston College, LaSalle, Stetson, and Florida, which is what's on the chart outside. Imagine that you are an employee of the company whose case you've been studying. You're at a meeting in which people are discussing the issue. However, no one has brought up ethics. There's a pause in the conversation. You have 90 seconds in which to convince the other people at the meeting that there are ethical issues that need to be addressed. You don't have to argue for a solution. You just need them to see that there are serious ethical issues here. One member of the team will do this. Any questions or concerns about logistics or anything? You all know what your assignment is, so why don't we start with Boston College.
Would you like me to begin with a brief explanation of the case or just go straight into that?
If you want to give a little preface, I won't press the button here.
Okay.
Until you're ready.
Okay, so the project that we selected is the case of Google Books. And Google Books, for those of you that aren't familiar, intends to scan all 130 million books that exist on the planet and archive them into one digital library that can be available for people to search and use as a resource. There are a number of ethical implications to this, including the fact that they have a monopoly on the project because they took this project on of their own accord and have created lots of barriers to entry as well. And so they've faced several lawsuits as a result of the monopoly that they have on this project.
Okay, and I suppose given the setup here, there's a pause in the meeting, and I'm at the same table with you, so are we all. Go right ahead.
Excuse me, but I have to interject, because I don't think that so far in this conversation we've considered the importance of the role that we play in our vastly digital world. I'm not sure that we've fully accounted and taken into consideration the mission of our organization, which is to organize and make available to the world the vast amounts of information that exist. Clearly we've achieved a lot of success in this so far, as evident by the success we've had with the Google Books project. Already, we're 13 million books into creating this enormous library. We've created an extensive connection between the people of the world and an incredible literary resource. But I think that we need to think of it as a bridge. You wouldn't want to have, say, only one bridge that connected Boston and Cambridge. If you have a bridge like this, it becomes an important duty that's imposed upon the owner of this bridge to maintain this bridge, to remove any roadblocks that may exist upon it. However, the owner of this bridge also accumulates a significant amount of power. They have the ability to impose tolls on this bridge and restrict access to certain groups if they should so choose, because the people that rely on this bridge have no other alternative. So I'm not sure that we're fully considering the responsibility that we have taken on. Do we really want to be the owners of this one bridge? With the monopoly that we've unwittingly created, we have an opportunity for censorship and appropriation of these resources to occur. We created this project with great intentions, but I'm not sure that we're considering our ethical code to do no evil. Have we considered the potential for harm? Are we aware of our duty as bridge keepers? We are Google. The world is counting on us. We can't be evil. Thank you.
90 seconds, not a long time.
Very quick.
Just a second there, and I'll get myself rebooted. Okay.
Okay, let's give some background real quick before we.
Our case was on Uber and the ethics surrounding certain actions that Uber management has taken over the past few years, as well as some managerial tactics they have taken as well. So I'm just thinking of the employee in between, obviously. All right.
You ready to go?
Yep.
You go.
I get it. I understand you're concerned with financials. You're concerned with growth. You're concerned with market share. But are we really considering all the issues at hand? Think of all the companies you admire, the companies you respect. How do these companies garner your respect? We're concerned with growth, but these companies have seemingly transcended that individual view on the role of a corporation. Ultimately, every company has a corporate identity, and that's something we have to achieve as well. And in the last few months, Chariot was introduced, which was a company that's catering just solely to the female market. This wasn't a market that was created by natural market-driven forces, but was instead representative of our ethical failures as a company. Ultimately, over the last few years, the following things Uber has done. We have threatened a female journalist who wrote negative things about our company. We have partnered with escort services and companies engaged in predatory lending practices. We have taken we have marginalized the importance of privacy in the overall marketplace, and we have broadly displayed the public information and publicized the information of our users. Ultimately, it raises the question of what company do we want to be, and what company do we hope to be moving forward? Every company needs a moral compass that guides them, and that's something we want to emphasize. We all, as owners we all as workers in a small startup company, want to one day be owners in this firm. And that company won't exist if we continue down this morally vacuous path that we're on today. Thank you.
Okay. We're looking for Stetson and give him a moment here. Set up or anything?
No, it comes after.
All right. You begin.
We all know that Publix is a great company to work for. Since it's an employee-owned company, we receive so many benefits, like annual bonus checks, healthcare, and the opportunity for advancement. As an employee and shareholder in the company, I'm also very concerned about the ongoing protests outside of our grocery stores from the Coalition of Immokalee Workers. They want us to join the Fair Food Program and pay an extra penny per pound of tomatoes to help alleviate the suffering from Florida farm workers. We have an incredible reputation of being a socially responsible company, and I'm worried that these protests are tarnishing that image. Our company emphasizes the dignity, security, and value of each employee, and these farm workers deserve to be treated with that same respect. Don't you think if we promote ourselves as a neighborhood company that we should help the farm workers that live and work in our own backyard? At the top of a large supply chain, our position of power also comes with the responsibility to ensure the treatment, or the humane and dignified treatment of everyone who works hard to put food in our stores. I think that we need to voice to management the importance of these ethical issues, because as a large corporation, Publix has a duty to ensure the basic human rights to all of its stakeholders.
Good afternoon again.
Good afternoon.
I'll give a quick overview if you want.
Okay.
So basically, Walmart has increasingly been monitoring their employees due to union suspected activities. They've hired the defense contractor Lockheed Martin, as well as began an employee hotline for managers to call in and report any suspicious activity happening within the stores. Everyone, yes, we have a problem currently. Yes, we're seeing negative growth at Walmart. Yes, we're seeing lower satisfaction than we've ever seen from our customers. But we're not looking at the root of this issue. The root of this issue, which comes from when Sam Walton began this company and told us happy employees equals happy customers. And why are our employees not happy? Well, let me give you a definite contributing factor to that. We're currently monitoring them so much that we've hired defense contractor Lockheed Martin, a contracting service that is often used to monitor terrorist organizations. We're equating our workers to terrorists, and we are invading their privacy. We're taking away their ability to choose what information is being shared by them personally. And in turn, we're affecting 3 basic human rights. The first being is their respect. We're no longer respecting our employees as humans in themselves. We are looking at them as cogs in a wheel, just a wheel that is trying to make more money. The second thing we're doing is taking away their free will. No longer do they get to choose what information they share with us. We take it from them, and they no longer can flourish as a human being in themselves. And the next thing we're doing, we are creating an entire culture of mistrust. This culture is a culture where employees don't know what conversations are being listened to or when they're being spied on. They're constantly needing to look over their shoulder because they don't know if Walmart's listening and reporting to corporate management. And in turn, there is no trust with our employees, which results in unhappy employees, less productive, less customer service, and overall a more unethical and a less profitable Walmart. Thank you.
Well, that was, you are,
I'm Santa Barbara City College.
Wait.
sit.
Where's the next group?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I was gonna say, wait, I thought I'm ready to do this.
She was ready.
Oh,
And I was like, wait, did I just go for the wrong team?
I was so afraid
My
that
apologies.
dementia was setting in. You helped me out there at the last second. Okay, yes, this is one division, and then we'll have the red division, I guess, and the next one is the green division. Okay, so I just want to commend you all. This is a really tough test, given what I've heard of many of your 30-minute and 10-minute presentations yesterday and today. But I think you responded well. Most students are very nervous when they have to do this because it's so compressed. But you overcame your nervousness. I thought the Boston College group, I think the bridge metaphor was a very effective one, and I think that it was an image around which, especially since we're here in Cambridge, an image around which we could focus, because when you do a 90-second thing, you need to have a pivot around which you can make your points. A little card dependent, but you weren't reading. You were just clutching the card and you were bending it, doing all no, just LaSalle. Very nice. The demand in your case was not a bridge across the Charles River, but a moral compass was your image, your metaphor. And I thought that was a useful metaphor to use. And the challenge of another company coming into existence because of our own company's questionable behavior. Stetson, I thought you did a nice job. If you have to convince somebody that you've got a serious ethical issue and you tell them to look out the window at the protesters, that'll get people's attention. And nicely done. Florida, the Walmart culture of mistrust, I think is a very nice theme around which to build your point. And invoking the founder is another very effective way to get across a lot of information fast. And I think the gesturing was a little bit too pronounced. I mean, it's very energetic, and I know that's what you were trying to communicate, a lot of energy. But sometimes if you get too heavy on the gestures, it seems a little artificial. That's all. But all of you deserve to be commended, and thank you so much. there must be some Green Division people lurking. And we'll let them come in as they will. They don't have to come in for another 20 minutes if they don't want to.